I started in labor about 4 o'clock in the morning and went on to the hospital. When we arrived, the gynecologist was just very excited about that it was a boy, and then he said, "Oh, wait."
I had a very limited view. There's male, there's female, that's all there could possibly be. And I found that that's not true at all. This doctor went on to say that they couldn't tell if this was a boy or a girl, and I'm in my head saying, "What do you mean you don't know if it's a boy or a girl? You're a doctor. I know the difference between a boy and a girl. You know, why don't you know the difference between a boy and a girl?" Then he went on to say that that he wasn't formed perfectly and that there was a question and that they needed to do some tests.
Patrick had a tiny penis and a single testicle. Internally, he had an ovary and a fallopian tube.
Even when it's not medically necessary, early surgery is standard in the United States.
We feel that a child to have a good gender identity has to have genitals that match their identity.
I was born in 1976 in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. They decided that their only option was to remove the unintended testes and remove the clitoris. Now, they removed the male reproductive organs first and then sent me home. And then about a year later, they removed the clitoris. Now, I don't remember any of this at all.
I was a kid who was born with ambiguous genitalia. So issues about sexual identity and the science of sexology have been important in my life as long as I can recall. In my case, my first surgery was at age 3 months. My last surgery was at age 23. I've had 16 surgeries over the time of my life. Between age 0 and age 12, I had at least 1 surgery per year.
Physicians, presumably in the best interest of the child, would take upon themselves the burden of the information and make decisions as to gender, sex of rearing, gender of rearing, in a way completely independently of the parents.
My father said it to me most clearly. He didn't think that he was being offered a choice. And I think that most parents have this experience.
They said that they could correct the problem, and that was, you know, we could raise her as a girl, and obviously we're taking their advice, and I feel very confidently there was nothing malicious or anything of that order. They just thought that was the best way to handle it.
One day at LSU, she went and got all of her records, and she understood exactly the problem with the XY chromosome and everything that happened to us.
I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was happening to me, and I felt sick. And I just started to lose it.
I struggled with trying to find a surefire method to be able to take my life, and thought long and hard about something that would be fast and painless and that I couldn't make a mistake with, and settled on trying to throw myself in front of a car.
I don't remember when I forgave them. Just one day it happened. Just one day I woke up and I felt at peace with them. And I realized that they love me very much. And it was okay. It was okay that they allowed this to happen to me.
I don't know one intersex individual who is happy with the treatment they have received from the physicians that they have consulted with over the years. Not one. Not one. I've spoken to people internationally, more than 1,000 of them. I'm eager for the medical society to present these successful cases, because I can't find one.